Children. This morning session is dedicated to class 9 and we are doing a lesson that is lesson number 10, Kathmandu Bikram Seth. Now you may ask, sir, what is this lesson Kathmandu related to? Actually, this is an extract from Bikram Seth's book titled as Heaven Lake. Bikram Seth has written a book. The title of the book is Heaven Lake. This extract has been taken from that very book written by Bikram Seth. The name of the book is Heaven Lake, and the author enjoys traveling across the world. In this book, he describes his long travel from China to India through via Tibet and Nepal. In this book, he is going to describe his long journey from China to India via Tibet and Nepal. In this book, he beautifully describes and speaks about the difference in Bodhnath Stupa and Pashupatinath Mandir. He also highlights the ambience, the character and the atmosphere of the place in the Pashupatinath temple and also at Bodhnath Stupa. He very casually brings to the notice of the readers the activities that go on near the river Pagmati that eventually pollute the river. So he is also indicating the danger, the threat of pollution to the river Pagmati due to the round the clock activities going on the river bank all the time. He also highlights the culmination of culture over there, particularly in the shrine. The beautiful, there is a small shrine that protrudes from the stone platform in the river Bagmati from the river bank. It is believed that when the shrine emerges fully, then the goddess will, disappear from there, and the Kala Yuga will end. It will come to an end. So that is what he actually has mythologically described, that in that very shrine, a small shrine that is in the river Bagmati, when it comes fully, when it emerges fully, as soon as this shrine will emerge fully, then the goddess will disappear from there, and there will be an end of the Kala Yuga, and there will be some change, because Kal Yuga will end and there will be a radical change in the cultural culmination of that place. The goddess inside will escape, and the evil period of Kal Yuga will certainly end as soon as the shrine emerges. Finally, he speaks about the beautiful sound of the flute. That is a significant, and remarkable thing over there, that spreads and percolates through the entire atmosphere. He establishes a commonness among all these things, and all the instruments are different, making different sounds. So he speaks a lot about culmination of culture and the ambience, that is the difference in ambience at Pashupatinath Mandir and the Bodhnath Stupa. So he is highlighting certain cultural background of the Tibetan, people, and in Nepal, and the background of the Indian culture that is also having an influence over there. So Bikram says, this lesson, Kathmandu, is a beautiful description of his love for traveling, and his, consciousness to the cultural background of the place like Kathmandu, and which is also mixed and culmination of different culture, also about Tibet and China, particularly correlating his experience to the things happening in India. So at one hand, he is highlighting the activities going on the river bank Bagmati, which will ultimately pollute the river, and on the other hand, he is trying to relate to the activities going on at both these temple, and he talks about the shrine that emerges fully. When it emerges fully, there will be an end of the evil period of Kaljug, and but then that will also result into the escaping of goddess inside. She will escape inside as soon as this shrine emerges. Now, a small two or three questions just to introduce the lessons and just to make the lesson more vibrant. Question number one. Name two temples the author visited. He visited, Pasupatinath Stupa and Pasupatinath Mandir and Buddhanath Stupa. These two temples in over Kathmandu. He visited one temple that was known as Kathmandu, no, Pasupatinath temple, and the other one Buddhanath Stupa. The writer says, all these I washed down with Coca-Cola. What does all this refer to? Here, while drinking Coca-Cola, the author consumes a bar of, marzipan, a roasted corn on cob, rubbed with, salt chili powder and lime, and also reads two love story comics and a Reader's Digest. What does Bikram Seth compare the quelts of porcupine? The author is comparing the pole made of bamboo with an attachment on the top from which 40 to 6 the author is comparing the pole made of bamboo with an attachment on the top from which 50 to 60 bansuris protrude in all directions to the quills of the porcupine. Name five kinds of flute. The five kinds of flutes are reed ne, the recorder, the Japanese sakuchachi, the deep bansuri of Hindustani classical music, the clear breathy flutes of South America, and the high pitched Chinese flute. What difference does the author note between the flute seller and the other hawkers? The flute seller selects a flute from the collection and plays it for a few minutes. The sound rises clearly above the nose of the traffic and the hawker's cries. He plays slowly, meditatively, without too much of aggressiveness. He does not, shout his wares as the other hawkers do. So the hawkers over there are quite noisy because they go on shouting about their wares all the time. On the other hand, the flute sellers often plays the sweet music from the flute for some time and doesn't disturb the atmosphere. And this is the last question. What is the belief at Pasupatinath about the end of Kali Yuga? As Pasupatinath, a small shrine half produced from the stone platform on the river, it is believed that as soon as the shrine comes fully, emerges fully, then the goddess will escape from there and the evil age Kali Yuga will end. That is the belief over there. The stone from the stone platform in the river, a small shrine is emerging. So the people believe that as soon as it emerges fully, the goddess will disappear from there and there will be an end of the evil period of Kali Yuga. This will bring out a change in the period, and this will also bring out certain cultural and social changes in the people over there. So that is the belief that the writer has highlighted, that from the stone platform in the river, a small shrine is emerging, and as soon as this shrine will take a complete form, there will be an end of the evil period called Kala Yuga. So that is what this shrine has associated with. That as soon as this shrine comes fully or emerges fully, goddess will escape from there and there will be end of the evil period Kali Yuga. That is what is the belief of that. And with that we come to an end of this lesson. Thank you. Have a nice day.